All right, let's talk about Josh Allen, who, people don't love this take. I think Josh Allen should be in the MVP discussion. I really do. And I'll, get in front of but what about his turnovers? His turnover worthy play percentage has actually been very good this season. But let's talk about this game against the Chiefs. It wasn't his best game of the season, I thought, but he made the plays when he had to, got the Bills in position to win. Just a super important game. I think the season wasn't, I guess, officially over, but they would have had absolutely no margin for error. They still might not have any margin for error. I think they could maybe lose one more game, depending on how it works. I actually think if they lose one more game, I think there's a good chance they get in, but still not a guaranteed. But anyways, let's talk about the game, what went right for the Bills and what went wrong. It wasn't a perfect offensive day by any means. 20 points against the Chiefs defense is, not a bad game, but not a dominant game either. Let's talk about what happened. So first, I've highlighted a Kansas City player on this one as he's going to be blitzing, and it's going to go well. Watch as you see when this play begins, you notice that Josh Allen is in trouble. And these are just, when people ask, why is everyone obsessed with mobile quarterbacks? I think we know why, but this is exactly why. To me, this is a great play that isn't going to show up on the stat sheet. Watch him really break the ankles of that defensive back, eventually gets outside the pocket because he ran back into the pocket, then gets outside, throws the ball away, so no grounding on that one. To me, this has kind of been the story of Josh Allen this season for the Bills, has been minimizing damage. Things have not been great, and he hasn't consistently been in great situations. But he's honestly, more often than not this season, when he's been in a bad situation, found a way to, if not make something great happen, at least make something manageable happen, and that's what happened here. Now, going over to a play like this, it's not like Josh Allen's the only guy who's doing anything. Obviously, it is a team sport, and I did think that the Bills in this game looked, I don't know, they made plays in this one, for sure. And James Cook made plays, although, I brought up, hey, Chiefs defense, very good. And it is, it's very good. This was not a great play. This is not one they're going to love, where you might be wondering, wait a second. Okay, Jackson, I see the coverage on the screen. It's a cover one blitz. Got it. But who's the guy who's covering James Cook, the halfback, the route you have on the screen? Who's supposed to be covering him? I don't see any black line towards any defender. Well, I don't know exactly who is supposed to be covering him here. Because watch how the Chiefs don't know who's supposed to be covering him here. Nobody picks him up. I think it might have even been Karlaftis, the edge rusher on that play, who was supposed to cover him, I think, because he is kind of running down the field now, so I'm not sure exactly, but someone screwed up. But hey, if you're the Bills, what do? Good teams take advantage of their opponent's mistakes. As you see, Allen puts this right on the money. James Cook is able to pick up a good amount of yards in open space, so give them credit for being able to make the play work, although definitely for Kansas City, that's a play that they're probably watching in the film room. Not too thrilled that they gave up on that one. But honestly, going over here, sometimes it's just Josh Allen making plays. Like, I have to be honest, like, so many of these plays, yes, that last play was a good situation for Allen. That is not the norm. Like, so many of these plays, I'm just like, man, they're asking Allen to do everything out there, and he's doing his best, and this is a great example of it. It's a 3rd down and 7 situation. Chiefs are in a cover 2 zone, and watch as when Allen takes the snap right here, he's going to look down the field. He starts scrambling out, side the pocket. So, okay, good, well blocked. That's the one thing you have to give credit for, for Buffalo on that play. They gave Allen time, and they were able, and Allen was able to get outside the pocket. So all that stuff is good. Can't see every receiver, but the receiver we see on the screen is not open. And you're actually going to see a great play by Nick Bolton on this one. So, Allen has that situation where, okay, he can run, and for Nick Bolton, you're in that classic dilemma of, do you run up and tackle Allen, or do you make sure you cover the player you're supposed to cover? Well, got to make sure you don't leave someone wide open. So Bolton's going to do a pretty good job of reading this play, getting over and making a tackle on Allen, preventing the 1st down. But Allen did a great job with his legs of being able to still pick up 6 yards on the 3rd down and 7, which gave them the choice. Do you want to go for it or do you not want to go for it? They elected to go for it. They converted and got a touchdown on that play. So this play was, it didn't directly give them 4 extra points, but it was a part of what allowed them to get 4 extra points. And Josh Allen's ability to make things happen and to make good things happen on plays like this is exactly why he is such a valuable player for the Buffalo Bills, and this is just such a common thing. Heading over to this one, so it's going to happen here. I mean, let's talk about it, right? Okay, I kind of brushed over, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, some turnovers, whatever. His turnover-worthy play percentage is actually good this year. It's very, very overblown. He's actually done a good job of protecting the football. People just like to look at box score stats and don't watch the games or look at advanced stats. Okay, sure. Now that I'm off my high horse, let's talk about the interception, because it's still not good, right? Like, there's still bad plays when you give the ball to the other team. This play is going to be man coverage, and it's going to just be a 3-man rush, which is going to result in some extra time here for Allen. And again, part of why Kansas City is doing this is they don't want Allen to use his legs. They're like, okay, we've seen enough of that. Let's do what we can. Well, we can cover these guys. Let's make sure we have, a couple players looking at Allen, and if he has extra time to look down the field, then so be it. So this play begins. Allen does have a little bit more time to look down the field, but nothing's getting open. And now when Allen scrambles out, he, couldn't run, so he had to throw it. And you see he threw it into the chest of a Kansas City player. Usually I like to pause it a little bit earlier, maybe right after the throw, but with the camera angle, this is kind of the first time I could. But really, I think he never saw number 27 for Kansas City. He just didn't. He didn't realize he was over the middle of the field. He thought that there was maybe a window, underneath for that throw to be made. He didn't see the player who was stepping in front of it. It is what it is. It sucks, and you want to see him see that, but at the end of the day, these are kind of the plays you get in this situation when you are expecting Josh Allen to do everything. He is going to sometimes have a play like this. Like, it's not a good play, but at the same time, you obviously are going to take this play because you get the good that you get with Josh Allen. So for me, that's kind of why I am still impressed with Allen in this game. And this wasn't his best game of the season by any means. It was probably the Bills' best game of the season. And I'm sure Bills fans probably had, a lot of fun, primarily with the, Patrick Mahomes situation of him being upset with the refs. I'm sure that was fun for a lot of Chiefs haters, certainly. But at the same time, personally, I do think Josh Allen's played very well, and I think he deserves a lot of credit for what he's doing. I know people like to, again, it's weird, but people have really turned on Josh Allen. I don't know what happened, because I was kind of, a couple years ago, I was kind of a Josh Allen hater almost, because I wasn't calling him a top 5 quarterback right away when he started being good. Well, now I feel like it's the opposite, where I'm like, no, he is an elite quarterback, and everyone thinks he stinks now. I don't get it. I think he's playing great football. It just, again, you can't just look at box score stats. You have to watch the film. And to me, the film is very good by Josh Allen. Even if this wasn't his best day, still a lot of good stuff in this one. So yeah, those are kind of my thoughts with Allen. What are yours? Let me know in the comments below. Always love hearing from you. And of course, as always, thanks for watching.